Sage is fighting the fight. He has fought cities. He has fought counties, politicians, naysayers. Hell, he's even fought mayors.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.
And all other things considered homeless?
Yes. Broadcasting live from your Alexa device, the Radio Free Network app, iOS, WMBU.org, Many Voices United, and the RadioFreeNetwork.com. And now, from some wooded area in Akron, Ohio, here is Sage the Rage Lewis.
Today, I don't like it when that... I got a little outlet in the back there. I don't like that. That ruins the ambiance. Today I'm fighting the weather. The weather, people. What's the weather right now? Let's see. What is the temperature right now in Akron? I'm asking Google. 27? Really? Is that right? Oh, yeah, it is. Good. Okay, that's good news. It was like -2 this morning. That's wonderful that it's going up. Now, what is, let's see here. Let's look at, how do you do what is the 5-day forecast?
Here's the forecast for Akron.
All right, so look, check this out. 27 to 21 today. Friday, 5 degrees low. Saturday, 3 degrees low. Sunday, the low is 12. So today actually looks manageable, which is pretty great. When you are working with homeless people, these are the temperatures where you really become useful, I guess. These are the temperatures that people start to worry, you know? And you know, oh man, I have so many thoughts in my head right now. It is, the most compassion I get from people are temperatures right now, right? These are the temperatures, you know, when people see these things, so for example, here's a picture of there's 2 tents and 2 tiny houses I took last week when we had that snowstorm. And people, they're really pulls on their heartstrings. These you know, the pictures of tents in snow, the single digit stuff, and I do kind of hop to during these times, but I don't think I feel the extreme worry that many of you do, which is so beautiful. The care that you guys have for this community is so beautiful. The season that I'm in right now with this work is a season of wonder and humility and gratitude. I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. And that's where my head is these days. For so long, and I certainly get there. You know, I posted something about homelessness in Appalachia let me see, what was that exactly? I read this article this morning of let's see, where'd it go? Oh, it was in Steubenville, and Steubenville is it's a little town, about 19,000 people. And I wonder if the video is any good. Let's see if we can watch the video. Let's see what they have to say.
As temperatures continue to drop, not everyone has a place to stay warm. News 9's Addison Albert asks the city of Steubenville what it's doing to make sure the homeless population stays safe this winter.
Temperatures are dropping below zero, leaving the homeless population vulnerable. And we want to know what the city is doing to make sure that its citizens are safe. We spoke with a woman who is currently homeless and fighting the cold. She asked to keep her identity anonymous.
When you're out here cold, your fingers are froze. It ain't fun no more.
Yeah, drugs.
It's not that much, so it ain't fun no more.
She explained that the homeless find abandoned buildings for warmth and front porches of churches or shelters for safety.
It's the scariest experience of your life. You don't know. I have post-traumatic stress disorder from different things my stepfather was done to us when we were children. Like the littlest noises just brings you back to like you're just done. You're just panic-stricken in fear and crying.
The Friendship Room and Urban Mission are two facilities that offer winter clothing, food, and a warm space for the homeless. Shelters, though, have a 30-day stay limit.
Are there any resources that the city is currently looking for to bring in to help with the homeless population in the cold weather?
Not at this point, no. We have not done that. So maybe that's something to look at in the future, but as today, that is not happening. But as I said, if people that are in need, somehow, some way, they can get a hold of the police department, fire department.
See, this is where my head starts exploding. Here's the guy, the mayor of Steubenville, and then he's like, we're not doing anything, but why don't you call the police? Maybe they'll do something.
City manager.
You can call the city manager. You can even call him.
Me as the mayor.
Call him. You can just call him, and then you'll get all warm. And this lady here, who's too ashamed of her existence to show her face, will get all toasty warm just listening on the phone of all the things they're not going to do for her. See, this is. I have to calm down.
Whether it's through a pair of gloves, simple things as simple as something putting your shoes so your feet ain't cold. That is a big deal whenever you're walking around, your shoes are wet and it's freezing cold.
Any plan to advertise with signs to make sure that people know that they can go to these places?
No, I don't think so.
No, not planning anything here, lady.
I don't think we have any signage for that. I'm sure.
I mean, no signage. I mean, that would be stupid.
That if people are not aware of the Friendship Room or the Urban Missions, as I said, if they would come here to the fort or the city building, we can direct them there. We can point you to someplace else. You can get the hell out of this room, but stop, the do-gooders, the people actually doing any good in Steubenville, unlike this asshole. See, this is the problem. Yeah, he doesn't care, Omi. I mean, look at this guy. See, ugh.
For the homeless, spaces like the Friendship Room offer more than just a warm space, though.
You're somebody.
You're somebody. There it is.
Can I get you something? Hi, how are you doing?
There it is. Okay, see, now I feel good. Now, see?
And they know you by name. They don't forget your name.
Reporting in Jefferson County, I'm Addison Albert with News 9.
All right, so there it is. This is the essence of where I am. That video snippet explains everything of where I am right now.
Now, according to Jefferson County Commission,
that mayor is a loser, no good. What is that? Grifter. What does that mean? Grifter. I think he could be a grifter. What is a grifter? I think he could be a grifter. A person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling. Yeah, that's him. He's a grifter because he's probably getting paid. Let's see. How much money does the mayor of Steubenville, Ohio make? Let's see. Still discussing salaries. Let's see here. City Council continues to grapple with the question of what, if anything, can do to increase starting salaries for firefighters. No, not firefighters. Firefighters make $45,000 a year. Wait. Firefighters start at $28,000. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. The cost the city figures. No, this is just about the firemen. Let's see. Does it come in? Are we learning anything? I just want to know what the mayor makes. Does the mayor make any money? Sometimes they don't make any money. I don't know. But all I know is this is the essence of what I am thinking. Like, the mayor sucks. That guy sucks hairy, sweaty balls. I hate him. I hate that guy. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I can't express to you how much hate I have for that guy. Am I being unclear at all how much I hate that guy? I've listened now for 30 seconds. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. He is he is a smear of shit, dried up, gross, old person man shit on somebody's disgusting underwear. That's who that mayor is. What a piece of disgusting, shit-stained underwear that man is. Can I just spend the next 20 minutes telling you how much I hate that guy? Now, but here, Omi says he's standing at what looks like a front desk. He didn't intend on giving the kind of interview he wants them near the exit. Get them out. Of course. He's an idiot too. Not only is he a total loser, he's a dumb retard. I'm sorry. I know that shocked you. You don't like that word. I just can't come up with another word. I take that back. Of all the retards I know, he's giving all the retards a bad name. He, like anybody else I've called a retard, they are better than him. That guy is a moron, idiot. Ugh. I hate that guy so much. But you see what? This is 2022. This is the year I stop thinking about those kinds of people and I think about the good people. Because that guy is such a loser, waste of space on the sidewalk of Steubenville. We have the good people of Steubenville doing the important work, where that lady said they know their name. It's not just about the things. They care. And that mayor does not care. Could he not have even pretended to care less? Nope. Signage? Nope. Gonna do anything? Nope. I mean, I might think about it. I mean, I'm not gonna think about it, but I can tell you I'll think about it. And so we have the option in life, okay? This is where I'm trying to get at, of where I am right now in my life. We have the option of thinking about the mayor, who is a total teabag douche nozzle, or we can think about the good people out of, what were those places called? I can't, anyways. So, like the Friendship Room and the Urban Mission. I am trying. How many mayors are connected to the homeless cause? Like none. They all hate homeless people. They all hate homeless people because homeless people do not draw in the rich people that guy thinks he's going to get in Steubenville. Steubenville. It's over, buddy. Steubenville is over. All you got are poor meth addicts. Embrace them. The only thing Steubenville's got going for it is meth addicts. And meth addicts are nice people. Is it famous, Omi? I'm turning on all of Steubenville. Look, it's a poor area, right? The rape case, oh yeah, they had that rape case of a high school kid. That's true. That is true. So, what I'm here to tell you is, you grew up in that area? Yeah. Why can't we just embrace who we are? Why do we all need to be Columbus? Why do we all need to be San Francisco? Or, like, we have to embrace who we are. Oh, you're on the Friendship Room website? Maybe I should go check that out. Let me go see that. Let me go see Friendship Room in Steubenville. Okay, so let's go check this guy out. Friendshiproom.net. Okay, look at those. Oh, look at those little kitty kids. Experience the Friendship Room. Friendship Room wants to spread our message of hope and compassion. See? Thank you, Friendship Room. I need some of that hope and compassion when I think of your stupid mayor. We believe that a single action can make a difference in the community. Yes. And that collective action can greatly impact the world. Through advocacy and outreach activities, our team works tirelessly each day to contribute their part to the greater good. Let's listen to these people. Let's listen to these people. Let's listen. Let's listen. We don't have to listen to 6 minutes of this, do we?
God says when we feed the hungry, when we clothe the naked,
yes.
when we break people free, then we are healed. When
yes.
we go to the jails, when we
yes.
open up this home to anybody that needs a place to come in and be accepted for who they are today,
yes.
then we are healed. Because then we are encountering.
This woman is like basically Jesus. Like, this woman is talking the most absolutely high-level spiritual talk on planet Earth.
Truly the face of Christ.
We are the face of Christ. God bless America, this woman. In Steubenville, too. She's not in New York City. She's not in San Francisco. She's not even in Akron or Cleveland. She's just in little podunk Steubenville, and she is like a guru. She is like top of the line Dalai Lama Desmond Tutu level awareness. And it's a nice website. Nice video. Friendship Room, Steubenville, Ohio.
We are the Friendship Room.
Yes.
I think the way I like to describe it best so people don't understand is that really we treat this as our home. You know, people are welcome to come into our home. We literally take them where they're at. A lot of times people give us a long story what they need and why and stuff, and I just stop and I say, are you hungry? If you're hungry, we got food for you, we offer it to them.
Omi says that when you grew up in that area, Steubenville's like New York. It's 19,000 people, which is a lot in that area. You're right. Oh, man, I'm hungry. God, that looks good. I got to get cards for my people down in my room. Somebody mentioned that.
January of 2014, after morning mass, I felt a strong calling to do something about the severe.
And I think that sounds to me like they're Catholic. Which I see Catholics all the time giving to, and if it's not Catholics, it's the evangelicals.
Weather that was about to hit Steubenville. Woo! So we temporarily opened up a warming center, which we thought would be about 2 weeks. And as the winter progressed, the weather continued to be very bad. A very unexpected thing happened where we just fell in love with the guests that were coming in.
Yeah, I feel that, man. They're awesome.
And in the meantime, we were meeting
that little kid
and seeing the desperation of so many people. So many people addicted to heroin.
You can't get heroin. That's a little extreme. You can't get heroin. Come on now. It's fentanyl.
So many people forced to work in.
I have people like tell me, they're like, man, I remember when you could get some good black tar around here. Can't get black tar heroin. Don't be silly.
Prostitution to pay for their.
I don't know. Is their city shutting them down? I don't know.
Heroin addiction without any real concrete solutions locally.
That's how you know she's not a heroin addict. Nobody's smoking heroin. Come on now.
So many people here in this town have lost hope. You know. And
there it is. Same with Akron, the hope situation. That's why everybody's killing each other. It's the hope.
In fact, I feel like there's
lack of hope.
A blanket of hopelessness over the town.
There it is. I mean, you're Steubenville. Oh, isn't that a sweet... Look at that beautiful picture. My gosh, they do have tall buildings, Omi. Dang! That is a metropolis. Look at that beautiful church.
It's so beautiful to be able to reach out to the people who just literally have fallen through the cracks.
Oh, Purdue targeted the area for their OxyContin. Yeah, it was all pills, right?
Fall through the cracks of the system, fall through the cracks of, just employment or housing, and be there for them, and they realize that you're there for them and that you care.
That you care. Man, that's all you need to do. All you need is love.
The whole ministry is built more on relationships.
You are loved. These people are, I'm telling you, you are listening to cutting edge spiritual wisdom with these people.
And transactions. We don't just give things away. We try to build relationships.
So often, charity for many, many years was just giving things. But now the understanding that it's not that. It's the stuff is a conduit so that you can give love. The love is the real product.
With people to really try to get to the root causes of where they're at. We do that, basically built the whole ministry on Matthew 25.
What's
where
that?
Our Lord is telling us and commanding us to love, to shelter, to...
Matthew 25, I gotta see what that is. Hold on. Matthew 25. Let's see here. Let's just see here. Let me pull this baby over here. Let's read it. Is it the parable of the 10 virgins? Is this right? At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. Well, what are we talking about here? 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, are we right? Is this what we're talking about? Open the door. Truly, I tell you, I don't know you. I don't understand. Is this really what we're talking about? Virgins? What?
Clothe people, visit the imprisoned, to visit the sick.
Okay, I'll rewind. Hold on.
To bury the dead, to shelter. That basically built the whole ministry on Matthew 25, where our Lord is telling us and commanding us to love, to shelter, to clothe people.
Is it about virgins? I'm so confused. Matthew 25, where we're supposed to love and shelter people. Google know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's this one. Oh, yeah. I don't know where I came up with that virgin one. That was different. That's a different idea. Here we go. It's Matthew 25, verse 35. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes, you clothed me. I was sick, you looked after me. I was in prison, you visited me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord. I love this. This is such a good twist, man. This is bam, right in the face Jesus did to him. Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger invite you in, or need clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison? And then, verily I say unto you, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of my brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Bam! Bam, that guy. Woo! They were all like, drop the mic. Go home. You said it all. You are the Lord. Because I can't come up with good, clever stuff like that. Wait, not her. No. She's cute, but that's not what I was doing. Where did they go? Oh, there we go.
Visit the imprisoned, to visit the sick, to bury the dead. He didn't ask us to psychoanalyze them. He didn't ask us to try to figure out why they were in the position. He asked us to meet the need and to love.
Isn't that nice? That's where I'm at. I tell people I'm the pre guy. I'm pre-AA. I'm pre-shelter. I'm just, look, I believe this. I believe it's your life. You do whatever the heck you want with your life. As long as you're not hurting somebody else, I am here to just be your friend and stop judging you, because everybody else just loves judging. They just love judging you. You should do this. You should do that. I'm like, dude, do what you want to do. It's your life.
With that love, a chance for hope enters their lives because somebody actually cares.
See, that's it, right? The love leads to the hope.
Many of these people literally have Nobody.
Nobody. Can you imagine? That's the thing. Call me Judy.
We literally are like a breath of fresh air in love in a lot of these people's lives.
That's like, if you've never hung out with homeless people, you maybe have never experienced this, but this is for real, man. These people have nobody. And if you remember the lady in the video with the newscast, she was so embarrassed, she couldn't even show her face. So not only do they not have friends, they are mortified of their existence. This is anti-American. When you are poor like this, you are shamed to your core.
We don't need to go to a foreign country to do that. We don't need to go any place other.
Right, just go to Steubenville or go to the east side of Akron.
Than, as Mother Teresa said, to find our own Calcutta and to realize.
Find our own Calcutta. Did she say that? Damn.
That really every community has their own.
Every community.
Calcutta.
Including Hudson.
Because it's really who we all are. It's not on our.
We just had our point in time count where we go out on the coldest day of the year and we try to count homeless people, which is totally impossible. But then you're like, look, we only have 100 homeless people. Yeah, right. They were, but in Summit County, they call up to Hudson and they're like, how many homeless people you do? And every year they're like, we have no homeless people. We have no homeless people. Mother Teresa was a horrible person. You're right.
Merit.
So was Gandhi. And I'm learning so is MLK.
That those things haven't happened to us. That could be us. That could be any.
Shannon said, lost my best friend when I was homeless because I made him uncomfortable due to me being homeless. Isn't that a shame? That's tragic. I'm so sorry. That's worse than being freezing cold.
One of us. But we have a chance to comfort Christ when we comfort one another. And to show.
Damn, this woman can't stop dropping the wisdom. We have a chance of comforting Christ when we comfort one another. If you're into like Jesus, you're all like, I love you, Jesus, I love you. Well, if you love me, why don't you show it by getting that guy a blanket? Oh, no, he's disgusting. Okay.
Gratitude and thankfulness, and how simple it really is.
Omi says, homeless will almost always be in the county seat. Oh, yeah.
It's just to love people and just to smile at them, to offer them food, to offer them friendship, to offer them a place to light.
Yeah, you're not into Jesus? I like Jesus. I think, can't you take him as a philosopher? Like, don't imagine him as a god if you don't like that. Because I'm kind of not into that whole god. Like, he's a god. The reason they did this whole, one and only Lord was because every freaking ruler back in that time was considered a lord. You had to pray to them like they were some deity.
Their head. We have been blessed with working with over 30 local churches of all denominations, and many of their ministers come down.
I can totally understand why you're not into Jesus. And I'll tell you what. You don't need Jesus. What moron on planet Earth doesn't know what to do? Help people, for God's sake!
Here and help us with the guests. Their denominations, their churches bring us meals weekly, monthly. They support us financially to help pay the utilities of the building, bringing us water every day, fruit every day.
Do you know there's people in America that don't have water?
It's been the community.
You're a heathen too? Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know. I don't think people that try to shoebox us or shoehorn us into a real tight definition of religion, that doesn't interest me. Omi says, Jesus makes scared people feel better and rich people feel better about doing nothing because they prayed for someone. Yeah, I know. That's true.
Community outreaching to do this for us.
They're damn good people, I tell you that.
They're damn good people.
I come here.
Says Bo Galloway. See, this is my kind of guy. I love this guy. You know why? Because he's a damn good person.
Get my clothes washed. I get all the food I want to eat, or whatever I need.
Oh, Omi, that's good. I can't really relate that because it's clever wording, but you're right, Omi. They're damn
Somebody
good
asked
people,
me,
Bo.
like, well, why do you do it?
Yeah, why?
I have a real simple answer now.
What?
Because I can.
Because I care? Guess.
Because I can love.
Oh, because I can. Now that I can get down with. Yeah, Omi says I raised. Oh wait. Shannon says, pagan raising a Christian child. Is that what you're doing? And Omi says, I raised 3 atheist kids and they're all really good people. Yeah, I bet they are. We don't really talk about God in my family. I don't know what my kid believes.
God's given me this capacity to love. What else would I want to do but love?
Yeah, I like this guy. FriendshipRoom.com. This video
What's going
just
on here
keeps
tonight?
I have no idea. Somebody picks up a guitar and they start strumming.
Wow.
Somebody else picks up a fiddle and they start whatever they do with a fiddle. And then they start,
Listen
somebody
to
brings
these
a drum and
guys.
they start banging on it. They decide to get together and play on one song on it to make some music.
Why? They've got like an Irish band in Steubenville. Amazing.
Why? To have fun, to live, to show life to the community down here.
Wow, look at all those people.
Actually, I think life is the big thing. It's not desperate.
Oh, they're doing a line dance to frickin' Irish music. Omi says, my kids all went to church with family and friends and made their own choice while knowing I'm a militant atheist. Yeah, I love the music growing up down there. Yeah.
It's enjoying of life. It's beauty. Beauty in sound and beauty in friendship.
How does that fit in with your mission at
I don't know.
Friendship Room?
To bring hope to people who have lost hope.
That's what he keeps saying. Hope, 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 hope. And that really is the message Jesus was putting out, whether you like it or not. That, like, hope, in fact, when you read these books of people that were in concentration camps during the Holocaust, it's always hope that keeps them alive.
To the hopeless of this city. That's the truth.
Hope for the hopeless of this city.
And there's so many different ways to do it, but you have to be willing to reach out and try. And this is a very beautiful way to do it. And it's amazing. You never know what's going to affect who and what when you're reaching there. You think...
That's wisdom too. Like, it doesn't matter what you do because you don't know what it does. You can't know.
You do something great and it helps them, but sometimes you do something simple and it blows them away.
Blows them away. He's right.
Yeah. It's about hope. There's lots of hope in this town. That's the straight up truth. And,
yep. But man, it's not because it's Steubenville. It's because it's America, baby.
Love is the best way to give people hope.
Yeah, he's right. Okay, so here's the thing. What I'm going to tell you is if you do this work and you're into it and you're engaged in it, I'm here to tell you you will come to the exact same answers that guy did, which there's no hope and love brings hope. That's it. There is no other conclusion. There's no other way to come to that work if you're coming to it from an open heart. Now, what's going to happen, and I'm sure this guy has stories, is you are going to be stolen from, you're going to be yelled at, people are going to leave needles on your property, you might even be violently attacked. I have been, I was hit once by a woman over all these years. I don't know of anybody else, I don't think, that got violently, physically attacked by a homeless person other than me. But the only reason I did was because I was so entrenched in it, you know. Omi says, people did things for me as a kid, and it changes the trajectory of my life. Wow. My cousins are all on meth and alcoholics. I didn't. It was between kindness and my books. Wow. And that kindness is touching my kids. It still dictates my choices in life. It lasts a lifetime, kindness does. That's beautiful, Omi. Omi goes on to say, and kindness isn't kindness if you expect something in return or putting stipulations on your kindness. You know, Omi, your wisdom is so profound too. So one of the things that I find is people that come to this work, they're like, hey, I want to help, right? And I'm always very thankful, but most people quit helping. And it's usually because they feel like they became betrayed at some point. That the stuff wasn't going to the right person, or like even betrayed by me. I've had people feel like I was doing it wrong. Zach Zank. What's up, Zach Zank? Do you live in California now? Zach was he lived in our village. They didn't see the results they wanted, is what Omi said. Yes. So, but, and it comes back to what Omi said earlier, is that they had an expectation. And what I'm saying here, I don't want to make you feel at all like this is a judgment. I feel like it's an evolutionary process. If anything, I kind of believe in like a reincarnation. And I believe that people will say really nice things about me. And like, wow, you're such a good person, blah, 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 blah. And it really doesn't even interest me. I don't like, it doesn't, like, honestly, you can say all these nice things about me, and what, Omi? And it doesn't really register. I got this new book called It Didn't Start With You. It Didn't Start With You. Yeah, you live in a studio apartment on the 4th floor. Got to a concert last night, should be there. Oh, wow, nice. That's nice, Zach. I don't like... I'm glad when people say nice things about me, but you got to know that they don't really touch me. Like, it doesn't, I don't know how this is coming across. I'm just trying to be as honest as I can. I don't really care what you think of me or not. I don't care if you think I'm a good person. It doesn't really mean anything to me. It's a personal journey, okay? What I'm doing, now, what does matter to me, what does actually drive me, is watching you do good. When I watch you, so like this, like, let me give you an example. So I'm doing a fundraiser right now. Let's see. Okay, so look at this. I'm doing a fundraiser right now for heating and electric and all this stuff. And I met my goal within 10 minutes. Okay, my goal was $400. Within 10 minutes, I met that goal. And it's not the money. It's the goodness. The goodness I see in you is what motivates me. Not that you tell me I'm doing good, but watching you do good. And yeah, Shannon says actions speak louder than words. Yeah. And I see it all the time. And this is where I am personally, is I'm trying to just let those like evil mayors, like the mayor of Steubenville, and for that matter, the mayor of Akron, they're exact same person. I'm trying to just get rid of them in my head and just focus my attention on you, because I'm here to tell you, I see you doing good constantly. Like, look at this. Look, let me go up a little bit on my, so here, look at this thing. Look at like Michelle Wall says this. She wrote, Wind chill this morning was negative 10 degrees. The snowstorms have thwarted our deliveries for nearly 2 weeks, but we got out today to fill the Boggs Blessing Box. They put stuff in this box that's right in front of my building. Look at this. They came out, they packed it with food. They have clothing. They put out socks and hats. And they come out and they do this all the time. Michelle writes, both completely empty except a half-filled box of crackers. I was finally able to get a picture of the Broad Street, not by much, as we were pulling out of our neighborhood was coming to get some food. We also left boxes of donated clothes, some dog food, a roaster, and 3-sided tent that were all donated. If you want to refill a box, they're located at 15 Broad Street, that's my building, and then Kenmore at 922 Kenmore Boulevard. Everything will be delivered to my house, and I'll continue taking it out a few times a week. If you can think of anything I should add, please let me know. And then it's just constant. And then the love, like these are the kinds of stories you all love. When I post something positive, by far, it's what you guys upvote. Okay? That's what you guys love seeing because it resonates with you. And I know even if you aren't doing something like Michelle, you are feeling it. I am telling you, you guys know in your heart, even if you don't say anything or do anything, I know you feel it. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. And so I'm trying to get rid of these stupid politicians out of my head. And I just want to think about you, because you are the truth. You are the way, the light, and the life. You are God. You don't need to believe in Jesus because I believe in you. Does that make sense? Doesn't matter if you believe in Jesus. Doesn't matter what you believe, because I believe in you. You are the way, the light, and the life, and I see it constantly. Am I a landlord? Have you thought about buying property? I have a couple. I have one house. The house, the houseless movement has a house, and we have about 4 people living in that, and then we have our tiny houses, and that's not even the thing. I only have time. Absent my brain. Yeah. That you don't have to. You know what? If you don't have any money, if you would just share my stories, the fundraisers, that helps a lot. And just be like, hey, if you can have some money, please share that, or please donate, or whatever. That would help a great deal. A great deal. Emery, hi. Omi says the first chapter of this book, they talk about how when your grandmother was pregnant, if it was a girl, by the time she's 5 months pregnant, the eggs that baby will have are already there. So her stress will affect her grandbaby. Wow. So once that baby becomes pregnant, that fetus is changed by grandma's environment during her pregnancy and the mother's environment during her pregnancy. That is for real. That is so true. Yeah, sharing would be great. It does help. It helps a lot. I get caught up in the badness, and so do we all do, right? I mean, we all get stuck in the drama and the hate and the terribleness of the world. But I want, and I will practice focusing on you. Because if I take any of you, and some of you, not you, any of you that are on here right now, but some of you say mean things. But you know what? Like, okay, I'm over on Nextdoor talking about homelessness, and sometimes I'll have people that be like, oh man, these homeless people are no good drug addicts. They need to get a job. 9 times out of 10, the person that's saying that was formerly a homeless drug addict. And so a lot of times I can get by that's a safety mechanism. They are doing that to guard themselves from falling back into those habits, I believe. So they're like, those people need to get their life together like I did. And I think they're doing it just to protect themselves from that life that they never want to go back to. And that's how they're doing it. That's how, when I can get you, if there's any anger, that when I feel, you come at me with anger, if I can wash that away, I always get back to goodness. Every single time. Every single time I get back to your goodness. Okay. Shanna says, I plan on this helping in some way to correct the last resorts I had to take because I had no other choice. I want to make my wrongs right. See, that's beautiful. Doom and gloom, says Omi. You definitely have a Debbie Downer in you. Well, I mean, don't we all, right? Give that Debbie a Snickers, says Shannon. That's awesome, Shannon. Omi says, their mentality is if I hate something enough, I will never become it again. That's what I think. Melee says, so true. I hear people say mean things about people getting aid when they got it. Never understood that. I'm telling you, I think it's just a safety mechanism. I really, truly, truly believe that. All I want to do is focus on you. I don't need to read about a man who walked in the desert 2,000 years ago or more when I have you. I see God in you every single day. Nobody needs God. Nobody needs Jesus if they don't want it when they have all these other people around here. He has no idea what it's like to walk these streets in 2022. Exactly. I wonder if they're that much different. I don't know. I don't think things are much different. Okay, so like let's take stoning an adulterous woman, okay? Let's take that. The Jews believed it, right? It was in the Old Testament. If your woman was adulterous, and by adulterous I mean she was raped, you stoned her. Have you seen this? Mongolian woman in a box. Yeah, look at this image. Look at this. Have you ever seen this image? Okay. This woman right here, this was taken in 1913. It was colorized. It says, a Mongolian woman reaches out from the porthole of a crate in which she is imprisoned around July of 1913. Note the swastika on the corner next to the lock. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that means. She was put in this box because she was raped, and by raped, she was then an adulterer. And so what you do is you put her in this box until she dehydrates and starves to death. Okay? Now, so we know that this is a thing, right? Emery says, homelessness comes with a lot of PTSD. That's right, Emery. It's protective to judge others because then we forget. Judgment is a protection mechanism, and that's so helpful. And Naomi says, and we still blame victims. So what percentage of, say, the Mongolians who put this woman in a box, the Muslims in the middle day, modern day, the Middle East are imprisoning women and torturing women because of adultery. What percentage of society do you think did that or approved of it? I bet it was 30%. I'm going to say most people that looked at this woman in a box were outraged. They looked at her and they're like, holy crap, that is wrong. That is wrong. I think it was 30% that thought, yeah, she's getting what she deserves. And you know what? I think it's still 30% today. 20 to 30% of people could get behind beating and killing women for adultery. Don't you think? Don't you think? 30% think that black people should go back to Africa. It's always 30%. I think it's always 30%. I don't think anything changes. That's my belief. Shannon says it's more like self-hate because when you look at somebody that's in that situation, you know that it can happen again. That's right, Shannon. If you get too comfortable. That's right. That's right. Omi says, my first sexual experience when I was 3 with a family member, and if I speak about it, my family blames me. But they have to blame me to protect themselves from their guilt, from their role in it. Bam. See? That's why I don't need Jesus when I have Omi. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going through what Omi has experienced and then understanding it at such a deep level she can say those things? Homelessness comes with PTSD, and Shannon says it is. I still have issues. This is why you don't need God. I have you. All I have to do is watch you guys. How about are you on Nextdoor? I saw a lady, an old lady, put out a picture of her driveway. She had those big boulders of snow on her driveway, because she couldn't shovel her own driveway. And she's like, hey, I need to get out of my driveway. Is there any way somebody could help me get those big snow boulders out of the front of my driveway that the snow plows create them? It's not anything wrong. It's just what happens. What do you think happened? Nobody came? Of course not. They all came. And it was an outpouring of support. And she's like, I can't believe how good my neighbors are. You can't believe it, honey? I see it every damn day. It's unbelievable. We see all the bad on TV by the Republicans, by the Democrats, by CNN, by Fox News. You would think it would drive us to being evil, but it doesn't. We just keep doing good. It's unbelievable. So I'm done with politicians. I might still run. I think I'm going to run. But because somebody's got to run. Because wouldn't it be nice if there was a politician that actually came from a point of doing the right thing? Wouldn't that be freaking novel as opposed to that Steubenville dick? Homie says, don't give me too much credit. I've been working through that for 20 years. Well, you worked through it. That's amazing. The opposite of what I see, though. See that doom and gloom in me. I'm telling you, Emery says, me too, about PTSD and homelessness. I'm working on it in therapy, but I have to catch those attitudes and call myself on them. Don't we all? Melee says, homelessness is a human rights issue. Don't know why it isn't taken more seriously. Right. And Shannon says, I'm always on edge with financial stuff and I'm very guarded. I don't let anyone in my home. Wow. I still can't sleep at night, still stuck in the mindset that if it's safer to sleep in the day, it is a huge thing. I have kids and I'm trying, but things get rough at times. Wow. That's powerful. We all have work to do. That's what I believe we're here to do. That's why I'm really into my whole reincarnation thing. We have work to do in this life. I don't know if we're going to be reincarnated, but it seems to make sense to me that if I work on my thing right now, then next life I can work on something new. But we always have something new to work on. You get it? You understand? We all have something to work on. And it usually comes from suffering. And then the suffering becomes a gift. Can you imagine me saying something as horrible as the torture of Omi's rape is a certain kind of terrible gift. You never want it. I'm not suggesting you would ever wish it on your worst enemy, but it happens, and now it becomes a part of you, and you create wisdom and awareness and enlightenment that no one else can have. I learned a lot from it, says Omi. Yeah, I hope that's not offensive what I just said. I'm not in any way saying what happened to you was right. I'm telling you, it's like getting cancer. When you get cancer, you grow. Mele says pain gives you power. That's why I think, as the Buddhists say, life is suffering. I think it's, the suffering is meant, we're meant to have the suffering, to grow. Omi says, me and my son talked about it one day. If there was a procedure to take those memories away from me, would I said no, because I learned so much from it. Wow. That's huge. Emery says there's a book called Proverbs from Ashes. And Shannon says the abuse I suffered as a child has made me a better mom. Wow. Wow. Omi says he was like mom. You should. You could learn that a different way, and I really don't think I could have. You don't think you could have learned it any other way. How could you have? How could you have learned what that terrible, terrible, terrible experience burned into you? Omi says, my sexual abuse didn't start with me. It's an inherited family trauma. God, so sorry, Omi. See, this is the truth of life. And the sad, sad truth is, it's not just Omi. It's not just Shannon. It's not poor people. It's not black people. It's rich people. It's white people. It's educated people. The suffering is limitless and does not discriminate. We all have been subjected to incredible suffering of varying degrees. It's an incredible tragedy. But I believe that the tragedy is here to teach us something. To figure out how to make this world right, despite the terribleness of it, despite these despicable mayors, despite these despicable people that abuse children, despite the torturers of Jewish people and LGBTQIA people and Roma people during the Holocaust, despite the Chinese torturers of the Uyghurs in China right now. The suffering, despite asteroids, despite floods and forest fires, just the suffering caused by nature. How do we write these things in our head? And that is why we're here. That is the great, great question. In the book I'm reading about joy with the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, they said, you will not know the meaning of your life until your deathbed. You cannot know what your life was meant to be, what it all means, until the day you die. And Omi says we all come from survivors. Yes. Omi says we are all here because people who survived their suffering. Yes. Yes. Shannon says we can take that pain and how we cope with it and change lives. That's the only way we can help, because unless you go through it, you can't really understand. Who needs the Bible when I have this comment section? Do you understand what I'm saying? Who needs God when I have Omi and Mele and Shannon and Emery? I don't know how to say your name. Mele? I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. I apologize. I don't need Jesus. I don't need the Bible. I don't need God because I'm looking at God right now. I'm seeing Jesus right now. Maylee. Oh, good. Maylee. I love that name. That's a beautiful name. Do you understand? I have to go. I have to bring propane tanks to people that are freaking freezing. I love you. I love you. You are the reason I do this work. Not because you tell me I'm great and you like me, and although it's so sweet and it's endearing because you say it, not that it's what keeps me going. What keeps me going is your existence. Aren't they amazing, Michelle? You stay safe and strong, Shannon. I am proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. I'm telling you, you are the people that make me get out of this chair and go get a bunch of propane tanks in the freezing cold so that people will be warm tonight. I love you. I love you. I am incredibly indebted and thankful for you for all that you have done. I will see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.